To take you guys through a really great training today on how you can use essential oils and aromatherapy for emotional support. So some of you guys know I am a certified aromatherapist. I'm also a certified essential oils coach, and I've been using essential oils since, I don't know, gosh, 2005, 2006, when I first became interested in them. So I see that some of you guys are popped on. Feel free to type in your questions as we go, and I will definitely answer them. So this will be recorded and posted on YouTube as well. But let's go ahead and dive in. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Amie Pederson, and I have chosen to do these ongoing trainings here inside of our Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise group because I feel like having good emotional support is a huge part of our health. And I have chosen this time of year to really talk about this because the holidays are often difficult for a lot of us for various reasons, whether it's, somebody who we've lost, it's somebody who is troublesome to us, it's somebody who raises or lowers our vibration. It's the stress of the holidays themselves, the stress of gift giving, all the different things that can and typically do come up this time of year. So let's hop on over. Hi everybody. Hi April. Yay, I'm glad you're here. Hi Susie. Hi Catherine. Oh, hi Stacy. Hi Jen. All right, so let's dive in. So your whole family can benefit from using essential oils to help support their emotions. I use essential oils on my children every single day. And that is usually without fail. They typically now will come to me asking for oils. They will come to me, letting me know that something's not feeling great. And, you've probably heard that saying there's an oil for that. Most of the times that's true. So let's just do a quick history of aromatherapy. This is not new science, you guys. All essential oil stuff is backed by science. It's not any sort of hokey magic voodoo weird stuff, even though at times it does feel kind of magical and seems like magic. It's not. It's actually scientifically proven. It's been used in ancient Greece, Rome, China, and India for rituals and religious practices for thousands of years, like going back to times before Christ, if you follow Christianity. The term aromatherapy was actually officially coined in the 20th century. As the scientific community, yes, the scientific community, began to actually recognize the emotional benefits of aromatherapy. So aromatherapy is not just something smells good. It's not just like, oh, that's really nice. There's a reason why people say stop and smell the roses. Rose oil itself has one of the highest frequencies of all oils, which will raise your frequency in turn. So a lot of these sayings, a lot of this stuff really comes from the practical and scientific practice of utilizing the oils and aromatherapy. It is not lighting a candle. It is not utilizing artificial scents and fragrances that were, drummed up in a scientist's lab just to make things smell good. That's not what aromatherapy is. So learning how to recognize the emotional benefits of aromatherapy is amazing. Substantial research in the 1990s actually helped biologists to understand how your body actually responds to aroma. So I use oils and aromatherapy. I use oils in a lot of different ways, not just on myself and not just on my children, but also on my animals. So something to note, kind of side note, animals actually have such a strong sense of smell, which we know they can smell things better than we can. They are able to smell things 100,000 times better than we can. So aromatherapy works incredibly for our animals. So the science behind emotional aromatherapy. So like I said, this isn't just some witchy magic weird voodoo stuff. This is actually scientifically proven, okay? There are chemical responses inside of our bodies that happen when we absorb those actual essences of the oils into our olfactory nerves and into our bodies, right? This will trigger something in the brain. Physically, you respond to that, okay? And each person has a unique experience. So some person might have a really good response to lavender, and lavender may put them straight to sleep, where somebody else may use something different like vetiver, right? So each person's body chemistry is different. Each person's response to oils can be different. So you will find that you like an oil better than Susie likes an oil, or vice versa, because your body actually responds to it differently, okay? So why use essential oils to manage mood? Okay, so this is one that I do all the time. I am always rolling on like my magnolia or my adaptive or some of the different types of oils that I love, balance, hope, all of them, right? Because one, it absorbs through my skin, and I also love to smell them. The best part about these, because they're not a quote unquote fragrance, they're natural, they're safe, they come from a plant. Nature really did a great job when creating these naturally occurring compounds. They generate a really, really, really quick response and give you a really simple way to manage your emotions. So typically something like a blend like she has here, citrus bliss. You think about the word bliss and citrus, they're uplifting. They give you positive and uplifting mood, right? They help make things brighter. I've used oils like balance and peace and magnolia, and the way I best describe it are it takes the edge off. So I once had like 50 kids at my house, and that was right around the time, I can't remember, I think I was still pregnant with Matthew. And so Easton was just 3 years old, and we had a Friendsgiving with a group of gals who I was networked with here locally, and we were like a mom's group. Well, all the kids were great, all the moms were great, everything was great. I just started to have anxiety, just the idea of having that many kids here. And kids are kids, they're loud and they buzz, and they're running all around. And so after all of that, like, nothing bad happened, nothing occurred, but afterwards I just was still feeling that tightness in my chest and that anxiety. So I put some oils in a diffuser, because obviously when you're pregnant you can't like sit down and have a glass of wine or whatever and drink, um which so many people do. That's their avenue that they turn to when it comes time to taking the edge off. Well, I used essential oils, and within 10 minutes I started to feel relief and the edge had been taken off. So how do I use essential oils to manage my emotions? There are a few different ways. So obviously the A stands for aromatically. The T is for topically, and then the I is for internally. There are some oils, a lot of oils actually, that are safe to take internally. And almost all the oils are safe to apply topically. Some of the oils I would say use caution. Something like oregano is going to be hot. So you wouldn't want to just put that, like, you would never want to put it like on your face, right? But all the oils you can definitely use aromatically, and they're all going to give you the emotional benefits of the plant themselves. So take a quick look at this here. So you see there's dial, and you can see that the mints, they help you with anxiety. They help you with insecurity. They, help with apathy. Citruses, they're so uplifting, so they help you overcome being discouraged or gloomy or distressed. Spices are great for when you're feeling somber, disinterested, or bored. Herbs like different types of grasses, so this obviously shows rosemary, are good for when you're feeling bitter or angry or discontented. The trees, I feel like the trees, they're so grounding, especially like the roots and the big trees like cedarwood and things like that. They're really good when you feel ashamed or sad or during a time of grief. The florals, so you think about something like rose. Like I said, rose has such a high frequency. Uh, that's good if you're feeling fear or you're worried or hurt. So these are just a couple of different blends that it gives you some of those different examples, like console, peace, motivate. So one of the blends that I used with some of my amazing ladies who were at my last in-person event, one of the blends that we used was motivate, for getting our butts into gear, making us feel good, lifting us up. Cheer is another one that I love. Forgive. And the other blend that we used at the event was passion. And essential oils are really cool in that when you smell them, you're going to be drawn towards the one that you actually need the most. It's just going to draw you in. And this is how I let my pets and my horses select the oils that they need. I had a horse who came to me and she had trust issues. And she didn't really like lavender, but she liked some of the other oils that helped her feel brave and helped her feel more confident. And I really, truly do believe that between some good training, some gentle training, some love, lots and lots of love, and these oils, she has really come around and she is an amazing horse now. Emotional aromatherapy system. So all of these oils that you see here, they come in a kit. If all you want to do is focus on different emotions, they've put these together in a really quick, easy to grab, easy to purchase kit. And I think that's great. But I wanted to talk to you guys too. We're going to talk about each one of these oils, but I also wanted to talk to you guys too about the oils that you may already have or that come in the basic starter kits. Okay, so we're going to start talking about those as well. So if those of you, some of you girls who are watching have attended my in-person events, and you may have a roller blend of Motivate sitting on your desk with you right now. The key ingredients in here are peppermint, clementine, coriander, basil, and melissa. All of these are amazing oils. They help promote feelings of confidence, courage, and belief. So you guys can probably imagine why I had this oil front and center when we were having our confidence and mindset building workshop. You want to use this when you need to regain confidence or counteract feelings of doubt. So as business owners, a lot of us, we sometimes start to feel that self-doubt. And it just creeps in out of nowhere without reason, without explanation, without warning, right? This is the perfect blend, and it smells so good too. But this is the perfect blend to lift us back up, to help us get back to that place. And it's not like, it's like a subtle thing where you're just like, okay, that edge has been taken off. That's the best way I can feel like that I can actually describe it based on my personal experiences. It's taking the edge off, right? And getting yourself back into that space of, okay, I'm going to do this. I got this. I'm moving forward. Cheer. It does just that. Wild orange, clove, nutmeg, vanilla, ginger, cinnamon. Doesn't this sound amazing, you guys? So this, because it has so much warmth to it, it promotes warming and uplifting feelings to help you brighten and invigorate your mood. Okay? You want to use this when you need a boost of optimism or some cheerfulness. This is definitely something that a lot of people tend to need this time of year around the holidays because of whatever circumstances have come up. And, things like cinnamon and clove and nutmeg, they're the smells and the flavors of the holidays. The passion blend, this was the other blend that we had at our in-person event. This one is cut with a little bit of fractionated coconut oil, cardamom, cinnamon, clove, jasmine, sandalwood, and vanilla. So this one's going to promote rejuvenating and inspiring feelings. It's also going to help to dispel boredom. I don't know any of you guys who actually get bored, but maybe feeling a lack of purpose, perhaps. So the spicy herbal scent will help bring out all of your creativity. So this is a great, great oil when you feel like you need that boost. You're about to create a course, you're about to go into launch mode of some sort. This is going to be an amazing oil for that. And it smells so good. Forgive. Okay, so how many of us need to forgive somebody? Or how many of us need to forgive ourselves? Okay, so this blend uses bergamot, which is a citrus, juniper berry. Yes, juniper berry is the thing that they use to make gin. So it might smell a little ginny if you guys like gin. Myrrh. Myrrh and frankincense are some of the oils that you may have heard about in the Bible. This one I have trouble saying, it gets wrapped up in my mouth. It's arbor vitae, and you guys might say it differently. And then thyme. So this one uses tree and herb oils to help you encourage feelings of peace and forgiveness. So this is a really great oil when you feel consumed by negativity, anger, or guilt, right? So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to forgive somebody or you have to forgive yourself, but they help you let go of those negative feelings, those feelings of guilt, being upset or angry at somebody. Okay. Again, the best way I can say to describe it is that it takes the edge off. Console. This is one of my favorites. Frankincense, patchouli, ylang ylang, sandalwood, and rose. Again, rose is one of the highest frequencies of all the oils. Rose and black spruce, actually. And this one is the renewing, it's comforting scent. This blend is actually going to perpetuate feelings of hope. And it's also going to dispel feelings of sadness, disappointment, or grief. So if you are going through a time where maybe you have lost somebody, or this time of year reminds you of a loss, this is a really, really great oil to help you, again, take the edge off, to help you kind of get through it and feel good about pressing forward. Hey, Kim. All right. Peace. This is that oil that I was telling you guys about earlier. This one really helps me with feeling like tense and anxiety sometimes. This one is a great one if you don't have something like the adaptive blend. It's ylang ylang, lavender, vetiver, marjoram, clary sage, and spearmint. Okay, so because this has clary sage, this one I would not recommend for anybody who is pregnant. Okay. But when you're feeling worried, fearful, unsettled, this one has a really soft floral aroma, and it just helps promote the feeling of peace, and it will soothe an anxious mind. So these are what we call the Touch collection. So it's all of the same oils, but they're in a quick little roller. So these I carry in my purse. I think I have 3 or 4 or maybe 5 of these in my purse right now, because you just never know when you're going to need some emotional support. And so I keep these in my purse. I will roll it on my wrists. If I need to, I'll roll a little bit like on my heart area, or even like behind my ears, kind of like the same place that you would think to apply perfume, right? These are, typically your pulse points ultimately. And this is a great place to apply these when you need a little bit of taking the edge off, you need a little bit of a boost. And each one of them does serve its own unique purpose. So as promised, I wanted to talk about some of the oils that you guys may already have. These are the oils that typically come inside a basic kit, so that maybe you're not ready to go all in with some of the amazing oils that are in these emotional blends, and you happen to have frankincense. Frankincense is the king of all oils. It is from the Bible. It was one of Jesus's anointing oils. They also used frankincense back, before Christ in Egypt, in Roman times, and all kinds of way, 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 way back. It inspires enlightenment and truth. It's nurturing and loving. It helps to release negativity and darkness. This comes from a tree sap. So I feel like trees, when you think about them, they're really strong and sturdy and, steadfast. And so when you think about the oils and where they come from, whether it's like a root oil and you need it for grounding, or it's a tree oil, this one comes from the resin, right? This is a great oil for releasing that negativity. Lemon. Lemon comes in pretty much every kit. It's used for so many things. I think lemon is probably one of the most versatile oils that there possibly is. From waking up your liver in the morning to, using it in cooking, it actually helps kind of break up any like mucus you may have. It's just a great oil, but it smells so good too. So this lemon actually comes from the rind of the oil, of the fruit, not the inside, not the pulp, right? It inspires confidence and playfulness, gives you lots of energy and clarity. It's very uplifting. If you think about when you're peeling a lemon or an orange and how that citrus, it just kind of, as long as it doesn't get in your eye, that is, it just kind of is so like rejuvenating. It also is good if you're concentrating and you need to let go of some confusion. And when you're starting to let self-judgment creep in, okay, just take a good whiff of lemon, put a little drop in your water, put some in your diffuser, because it's also going to help kill the germs in the air and all around you. On Guard, this is one of my all-time favorite oils of all time ever. This is it's a protective blend. We use it to prevent cold and flus. We use it when we are coming down with the sniffles. We diffuse it pretty much every day because it smells like Christmas. But it's really good if you need help establishing boundaries. So one thing that I have found that almost all women starting a business need is help establishing boundaries. It's one of the hardest things to do, but it's also one of the most beneficial things that you can do for yourself inside and outside of your business. Have you ever walked into a room and you're like, man, I can cut the tension in here with a knife? This is a blend that you're going to be able to use to help protect yourself from that negativity, from that negative energy that you just feel, that tension, that weird ickiness, right? Put a little bit of this on your wrists, just breathe it in, rub it on your hands. Like you can rub your hands together with a drop and just put it over your face and mouth and take a couple deep breaths. It also helps to encourage strength and integrity. So integrity is something that's super important to me. It's one of my core values. And that's probably why I love this oil so much. Peppermint. Peppermint is amazing. It smells like a candy cane. Peppermint's been used so long. There's a reason why you see the peppermint candies still in restaurants now. Back in the day, when they actually used real peppermint, they would give you the peppermints to eat after a meal to soothe your belly, right? When you've maybe overdone it or overindulged or whatever. Over time, these became, artificially flavored and sweetened and all that kind of stuff. But peppermint has been long known to help with a lot of things. It will open up your airway. It will soothe your belly. It helps with smooth muscle contraction. So it's great for that time of the month for women. It's invigorating to both your mind and your body. It gives you encouragement and it makes everything around you feel fresh, vibrant, energized, right? So think about there's so many ways to use peppermint. You can put a drop again on your hands, the palm of your hands, rub them together and cup over your hands and mouth and breathe in. This is going to open up your airways. It's just going to give you a really fresh boost. All right, tea tree oil. This is Melaleuca. And this one is a great oil that's going to help you inspire self-respect and honor. It's going to bring you feelings of safety and awareness. And it helps to remove like energetic baggage and toxicity. Like if you've ever been, like I said, in one of those situations where you're like, oh, I was just in a place and, it was so tense and everybody there was so like icky that I just, again, you can like cut the tension with a knife. This is one that you could use to help release that, right? Just a little on your wrists, a little behind your ears. This one's also a great oil for a ton of other reasons. Most people use this on blemishes to help reduce like zits, and I use it on myself and my kids if we're starting to get an earache, obviously not in my ear but around the outside of my ear. It's got so many amazing properties. So I want to open it up for questions. So I'm going to hop over to the group and I'm going to chit chat with you guys. And for those of you catching this replay later, just type your questions below and I will get back to them.